it seems like so you're an idol, right? Full-time idol. You've always had this like entertainment or like theater bug, right?
Yes. So I had been performing since 2004. Since I was 4 years old, I was performing at like Japanese pop culture events. And when I was 10 was when I signed to my first like idol agency. So I've been doing it for a really, really long time. Back in 2018, I actually primarily did independent work.
Okay.
So,
Did you drop out of the agency?
So when I was younger, yes, I did drop out of the agency that I was primarily with as a kid because so they're I don't want to tell too much.
No. Yeah. Don't be wary of yourself.
I'll use secret words. There was this project that a lot of people they were bringing a lot of foreign talents over to do this project, and I was supposed to be one of the talents that was brought over on this project and debut in this idol group and stuff. And I was really, really, really excited. And we'd been talking about it for like a whole year because the agency was based in Japan, but I was not, So and all of the other talents were not as well. Well, not all of them.
They wanted the foreigners.
Yes. So it was gonna be like foreigners coming over and they were going to market us and it was going to be like nice and all cool, and we were signed with Tokuma Japan, and at that time they also had perfume, so we did actually like a lot of like
perfume ads.
Promotion. Yeah, we did like promotion for perfume over in the US, and it was really, really, really fun. But I was really excited because any 10-year-old wants to be this is all I've been dedicating all of my life to so far. So I was really excited. And then about a month before I got my passport, I got new clothes, I got all everything. My mom got her passport so she could come with me. And for some reason, a month before the actual like, okay, let's all go, we're gonna go record, we're gonna do the music video, we're gonna do everything, they replaced me with someone else.
Fuck.
10-year-old me was so dude, so heartbroken. And it was just because after a whole entire year of planning, our main, so it was like kind of, we were in a sub label to Tokuma Japan, and they were the one that called like all of the big shots, and they just said that I was too young. I was too young to take on that big project, but they didn't tell me that until,
Yeah, until it was already.
Already, yeah.
Damn,
so I didn't get to go.
Damn, that's Tokuma Japan. Watch yourself, shit.
No, it's so embarrassing. Recently, I found my old like official blog that they had like made for us.
Wait, that's so cute.
It was so embarrassing. I was like, oh no, this is the worst.
Why is that embarrassing? Sorry, Tokuma or
yeah.
Tokuma Japan. No, definitely not looking it up.
There's no way you'll find it. It is so buried in like early internet culture. I mean, Tokuma Japan still exists. Tokuma Japan still exists as a company, but they're actually one of like the bigger companies. And they just kind of bought the label that we were initially under.
Are you with an agency now?
Not technically, no.
Okay.
I'm just vibing over at IRIAM.
Yeah, IRIAM. Talk to me. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. By the way, I added entertainment dreams equals no money under your debuffs, by the way.
No, I made good money, okay?
You made good money as like a 10-year-old.
Well, not as a 10-year-old, no, I didn't make good money.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I was so initially why they scouted me is because I had a really viral video on YouTube at the time, and it was reposted on the Nico Doga. And on Nico Doga, it got like 2 million something views, and in like 2008, like that's crazy views.
That's insane. We're talking about a child star right here now.
So I was on like a lot of TV spots, and I was in like newspapers and things like that. So that's why they had scouted me initially, is because I already kind of had a little bit of a a bearing.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the,
yeah, right. You had something already.
yeah. So they're like, oh, we want this guy. So that was exciting and that was cool. But yeah, no, YouTube didn't have monetization at that time, so I didn't get anything. I have this CD. When really I was a kid, I did a lot of when I did idol stuff, I did a lot of Vocaloid stuff. And a gift that one of my fans at the time had gifted me was an All-Star Project album that this was on. Also a Doriko album at the time, I remember. But both of those I got at the same time. And so because I wanted to, in a way, say thank you for that, I, at the time, covered a lot of songs from the All-Star Project album. Just as kind of like a way to say thank you, even though I couldn't properly say thank you. So I did a lot of All-Star Project songs around that time as well, as a thank you for the gift. So I have fun memories of Miracle Paint. Yeah. Hey, no Mariaholic mentioned in my pure Kyun song. No, that's right. I honestly, if I'm being honest, that was my first time hearing Kimi ni Mune-kyun as well. While I was watching Mariaholic, I was like, oh, this song bangs. If I'm being honest, though, the reason why I sang it is the same reason. The reason why I knew it was the same reason that I knew Misaki Meguri. It was because a fan of mine when I was an idol as a kid was like, you should sing this song. He was just feeding me everything, and it worked. It worked. My random my plug over over in Japan who helped me with all of my ideas. He was almost like a producer in a sense. He and my mom were like tag teaming it. But he was really nice. I won't name him, but I hope that his orange farm is going very well with his parents. Yes. Shout out to your vlog. Yeah, he gifted me lots of very lovely things, and he used to always send me Christmas cards, me and my family. He was really sweet, and I know that a lot of people could be like, oh well, this grown man was being blah 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 to you, but honestly, no, he was honestly one of the nicest people that I'd ever met, and was very normal, and just really believed in me, and that's a true spirit of loving an idol, isn't it? But yeah, he was really lovely, and I checked in on him from time to time. And I'm glad that he is happy and thriving.
But I'm very curious. Why chose this song for cover though? Ayan made the Shugi.
So Riyo, I used to work at a maid and host club actually for about 10 years. And because I grew up kind of doing idol stuff, I don't recommend anybody be like 10 years old and working at like a maid and host cafe. I don't recommend that. 10-year-olds should not be working in those types of places. But they'd actually scouted me for it because I already had like a following online, and they thought that if they brought me in, they would get more customers coming in. And Real Mama was like, oh well, that sounds like a really fun opportunity, so let's go for it. And of course, I'm like 10. So that's like scary because a lot of the times we'd have we'd have some kind of creepy customers, obviously, but a lot of the times
Is it like on a booth or something?
So what I had worked in prior to, it was not like a maid cafe that was open like all the time and had like a standalone location, but we would travel across America to different conventions and things like that. And then for the weekend, we would set up our cafe room. We would serve food and dishes, drinks, and then we would play games with the customers as well as do song and dance performances. So that was mainly what we did, rather than like having just like a single like small booth for people to come visit and things like that. It was like a full production for the weekend, and everyone had to buy tickets to come see us, and they could request different maids and different hosts to
that's interesting.
It's really fun. It was really fun. I stopped doing it about 6 years ago, or I think 5 or 6 years ago, just because I got too busy. So I grew up really loving Maid Cafe and like host club like culture. Host club not like host club like let's pop the champagne and let me spend your money, not that type, but like what you see in like Oran more so. His costume had an orange base, so maybe that was his personal color in the group. I asked him if that was the case. Yeah. Orange was my color. I think that we decided on each of our colors by drawing lots or something. That happened to Ryo before, but I was stuck for a really long time. There was this one group that I was in when it was like another local group when I was really young. And Ryo was kin assigned green. Originally, I did want to be orange, but they thought that orange wouldn't look good with the color palette that they already had. It was pink, yellow, purple, and I wanted to be orange. But they said, oh no wait, pink, yellow, blue, and I wanted to be orange. And they thought that it wouldn't look good. The purple member graduated, and then Ryo stepped in, and I was the new one. And they said, no, we can't have Ryo. We can't have Ryo be orange, even though I really wanted to be orange. They said, no orange. So they made me be green. But I do really like green, but at that time I really hated green. So I was kind of peeved. But I mean, we still looked good in the end. And the leader was the pink one, so I couldn't have the pink one. What country was that? Oh, Ryo is based in the US. There's a lot of idol groups that actually happen around the US. You just have to know the places to look. Are you that into glasses? I love glasses. They're the best! If I could, I'd put glasses on everyone in the whole entire world. I think that contacts need to be eradicated. One, they irritate your eyes, right? And they're a struggle to put in, right? I mean, they're cute. Like, I used to, when I did, like, live shows pretty frequently, I would always wear contacts. Just because, they were like decorative contacts, cosmetic contacts, you know? So they make my eyes look bigger and cuter, that way I could do bigger and cuter makeup styles. Right. But after being in them for so long and stuff, and doing like handshake events and meet and greets and CHEKI signing and, you know, photos of so many people, you know, 2 shots all the time. It got to a point where after the live show, you know, you're doing your live concert an hour to an hour and a half, right? And then immediately after that, you gotta go set up your table, and that's like a frantic. You only got like 30 minutes to do that, if even that. And so that's super frantic, especially if you got a lot of merchandise and a lot of like CDs and stuff to sell, because CDs are probably where you're gonna make your most money, right? So but then it's like, then you end up being in your contacts and super intensely focusing for like like six hours in the end or something. And not to mention the prep time beforehand, so probably even longer. Then you end up in them all day, but they're just like cosmetic ones, you know? So then your eyes are super dry. I'm kind of in my I want to be super stylish arc. I want to be super stylish. It's a bit difficult whenever I was more active as an idol, like in person and stuff, because I always had to look a very specific way. Because I always had to have my hair exactly the same. I always had to kind of be wearing like the same like clothing style, the same costumes, things like that, because all the branding and everything kind of like my visual was very tied into everything that I did, you know? So it was a bit difficult to do much changes to myself, and if I did, it had to be in a period where I wasn't having any like live events or not any online events, nothing at all. No photo shoots, no anything. Yeah, so it was very difficult for me to change my appearance. So now I'm kind of like, oh, let's add a streak here in my hair, and let's add all these different piercings, and let's let's play with contact color, you know? It's my experimental time. So I'm having fun experimenting. Because it's difficult whenever, like, if you had a keychain of yourself, you know, or like an acrylic stand of yourself, if you suddenly change your appearance, people will buy the acrylic stand and think, oh, who's this? They won't really know as well. So at least that's how it was for me. Drop the hand care? I don't have one. When I was full-time idling, I did have one. I used like a Burt's Bees like hand repair cream. So that way whenever people hand shook with me, it was nice and soft. So that there are characters that you're like, I want to be cute like them. Yeah, I always want to be cute like others. Hopefully one day I can be cute. I think it's also because when I was more active in like my idol career and stuff, I was a very serious person, so I never really got opportunity to be like very cutesy and stuff. But really, I'm definitely more of like a cutesy aligned person, even though I didn't really get the chance to be because I thought like the cool image suited me more, which is crazy to say. that the cool image suited me more, but that's really what marketed the best for me. So I was like, okay, I guess. So now I like being able to be a little bit cute style, and I kind of aspire for that a little bit more. Do a lot of fan stuff for the female fans, like getting really close. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them are very touchy-feely, but I will say, as someone who also used to do, you know, like Menchika type stuff, I always felt more comfortable, because I'm fruity, you know, I always felt more comfortable being more touchy-feely with the female fans, because I was like, oh, well, I'm, you know, so like I never really felt like I was like, you know, it's kind of like how girls in high school will be like, oh, this is my gay best friend, you know, something like that. Has lots of CHEKI experience from his veteran idol staff. I do. I have a lot of CHEKI experience. Something that a lot of people used to always request of me, it was kabedon. I'd kabedon a lot of people, and I always thought that was a bit strange, because I was like, me? You want me to kabedon you? Okay, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, that's I mean, like, I was good at it. Because I would kabedon, and then I would do, like, a little, you know, like, one of those, like, chin pull-ups. Can I kabedon you? No, it's like, that felt more accurate, but I was always requested to, I don't know, I guess, so the thing is that, see, you guys came in here, and you guys were like, that was so good, you're so cool! See, that's the effect, that's the problem, is because immediately after a live, people will come to me and they're like, you're so cool! Oh my god, kakai! Ah! And then they're like, kabedon me! So then I kabedon. And then they speak to me and I speak a little bit longer and they're like, oh, geez, shit, fuck. This guy, fuck, never mind. But they'd already requested, you know? Ryo's so cool and see. Right. I'm a different entity. They don't know how much of a dinky little twin. Well, I mean, I guess that's true. You just have a cool image as an idol, right? Yeah. I did used to have a very cool image. I was very cool. Yeah, so I had a very cool image, and that's why everybody wanted me to kabedon them. I feel like I'm so locked into this. I used to, when I would do, like, meet and greets and stuff, something that would happen very often was I would have to... So a lot of the times at live shows, people would say, okay, thank you for ordering the CHEKI, so-and-so, come back in, like, an hour, so they can decorate it, and it'll be done and over with. So Riyo would never do that. I would actually sign and decorate them right there on the spot, and I would just yap with whoever was with me for a very long time, and that's probably because I'm a serial yapper, you know? Obviously. I've been cursed with the yap gene. But that's what I would always do. I would just say, no, don't come back later. Because honestly, once I was done, once I was like all packed up and ready, I was like, I just needed to rot in bed for a little while, you know? So I didn't want to be like a come back later type, you know? I was like, just, we're gonna do it right here, right now. It's serious business right here, you know? Oh, wait! Can Riyo do something parasocial? I used to do this. So I do. I do again. You'll only know if you come to the lives. Chew. Okay. Junjun, thank you for allowing me to be parasocial. I used to do this with all of the CHEKIs that I signed, all of the like the bromines. So those are just like photo cards. All of those that I would sign, everything. I'd always do a little chew. To bring good luck to everyone. Because a lot of the times I would ask people what like their I know that I've talked about it before, but I would ask people how they're like doing and stuff. And if they needed good luck in life with a job interview, or good luck in life in school, or good luck with just a project that they're working on, or just with family, relationships, whatever it is, I would always like to ask how people were. You know, I think that was really important, because if there are people that are coming to support me, I want to also, even though I can't see them every single day, you know? They supported me once, and once was enough for Riyo, so I wanted to do my best to support them back. So I'd like to make little good luck charms, not this one. I'd like to give little good luck charms in a way back, and be sure that we had a good memory together at the very least. So I'd pass on with a little chew for whoever would need it.
Okay, would you rather have someone die when you touch them, or have someone die whenever you make eye contact with them? It's difficult! It's really complicated because Riyo is really good at eye contact. How a teacher... Yeah, I think it's because... Yeah, Riyo has customer service skills. Also, because it's kind of necessary. Doing idol stuff to have eye contact with everyone, you know? Even from a stage perspective, I'd always see people in the audience, and I would kind of fans off from the stage, you know? So imagine making eye contact with somebody on stage, and then looking at them, and they immediately just die in the audience. Your entire concert would have a pause. Imagine doing a handshake. No, it'd be really bad. Because one, you touch them, you shake their hand, right? Right? Shake their hand. Some of them will ask for photos. And Riyo, I would always ask everyone what kind of pose they would want to do. And some of them would be like, oh, let's do hand heart. And then some of them would be like, oh, can I pick you up? And some of them would be like, oh, can you kabed on me? You know, there'd be so many different things. You know, so regardless, I think Riyo specifically is fucked.
It feels like maybe you feel like maybe you constantly have to succeed and excel?
I do. I absolutely do. I feel like if I'm not, because I don't necessarily think that I was, well, so, okay. You remember that one time where I was an idol as a kid? I was also stalked and harassed for about 6 years because of that. And like heavily doxxed, and like people would like take pictures from my like elementary school windows and stuff, and would like mail me photos of like their body parts in the mail and stuff. But through this, I couldn't let people know, you know, because then it would make people really concerned. So it was just kind of like this unspoken thing between like me and my family, you know? And I always still had to kind of put on a very like happy face, and that performing was all I knew how to do, you know, that because I was like 10, you know, so I would always still be making videos, still be competing at conventions, knowing that there are people at these places that
are fucking weird,
following, like they're like following me. So it was something that I was always like really concerned about, but I couldn't let that kind of show, you know? So I think that for me, I have always kind of been striving for this sort of like perfection, and this like success for myself, without even really knowing, because I just don't want to make people concerned. So I always try to put like my best foot forward, just because I don't want people to, I feel like I've been kind of led to feel like forever that like if I show any sign of weakness, or if I let people know that I'm weak at all, you know, that is like not appropriate. I mean, that's just kind of like how I was raised. Like, I can't let that be like seen in how I carry myself artistically. I can't let that be seen in how I carry myself as like an entertainer. You know, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely am always trying to succeed myself in some sort of way, and whether that's because of how I was as a kid and I felt like I was never truly allowed like success in a way that made me like feel actually fulfilled because of the things that were happening around me, and because I like kind of larped as like a really like Genki type of kid, or if it was mainly like just because I'm trying to prove something to myself. I just like I don't quite know. I don't quite know all of that yet. Maybe I think I might be on like a journey to kind of figure that out more so, and see if I kind of do have what it takes to still achieve like goals and dreams that I have, in a way that now I have more control over, you know? So I think that that's probably why I work so hard and I try to make myself succeed a whole lot, and why I put so much like energy and so much, I guess, like time on the line of things that I do.
I'm so sorry that happened to you growing up.
No, it's okay. It's not like I've been to therapy a long time.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm any less sorry for it though, because you should
appreciate that.
My second question was, obviously you've had to do all of this growing up. Like, you're so planted and rooted in performing and being there as a person for the people. Do you ever sit down and question whether or not that's actually something you want as Riyo, as a person?
Oh, absolutely. And
then have you found out?
Yes, I have. So the ways that I was performing prior to really becoming Riyo, I found out that I did not enjoy that. I found out that I was actually really like I felt very suffocated. So I stopped doing it. And it was like a major shock to a lot of people, because they were like, what? Where are you? Because I've been doing it while independently. Yes, it was very highly professional for a really long time. So, and a lot of people really enjoyed the music that I made. So I felt in a way that I was letting them down, but I was letting myself down even more by continuing it, because I didn't have that passion for it anymore.
Right.
And tubing in the way that I am now is something that I've been trying to do since 2021. I did independent stuff for a very long time, but this has been my goal since for like 4 years or something. And it allows me to be myself, which is something that I couldn't do no matter. I think that what I was doing before, it was a way to help me kind of like work through traumas and things. But then I found out that through that, I was just, after some time, instead of helping me through like different traumas that I had growing up as like an idol, it also was making me kind of relive all of those experiences.
Right.
Putting me back in like a small space. It was making me feel small again. And through this, I'm not feeling small anymore, and I'm feeling motivated to do better every single day, you know? And for me, I think that wanting to do better for yourself, and do better things creatively, and always try to just better yourself in general, is a really good goal to have. While it is sometimes unattainable because of the goals that I have in my head, but overall, the idea of that I feel is very healthy. And I feel like I'm in a place where I am able to meet people and allow them to meet me as a person, and not like a very curated, formulated version of myself as a person, which I kind of felt like I had to do before. And because it was in such like a strangely like professional, but like you have to be really safe about it, because, you know, I wasn't safe when I was a kid, you know, and I saw what the what the consequences of that was, you know, so I had to be very, very strategic, very planned out because of that. And I don't have to be this like formulaic version of myself here anymore, and I can actually make connections with people, which I couldn't do before. Everything was so planned out. All the interactions I had were planned out interactions. I couldn't just. I wasn't.
You
allowing
couldn't be a
myself-
normal person.
Yeah.
You were
yeah,
living your
yeah.
like Michael Jackson 5 life.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it is very complicated, but now I'm in a way while it's still like obviously very hard, I'm still like living the dream that I wanted to have, and maybe it's not as grand as I had hoped that it was.
Mhm.
I'm still making steps to hopefully have a very grand dream come true. So I gotta just keep on believing in that, you know?
I love you, Rio.
I love you, mate.
I love you.